Hi folks, this is Sean Hyman from The Logical Investor, and this is the new site which can be found at www.theMaven.net/Sean Hyman. That's SeanHyman. And I want to make this video for new subscribers here, for former subscribers that were subscribers with me to the Ultimate Wealth Report and also Absolute Profits. And for anybody who's followed me on social media, etc. This is where I have landed. There's a lot of neat things I like about this. Now, this is still a work in progress. We are just launching this site. It's still kind of in beta. What I'm liking about this is one, I'll have a lot more freedom, to say what I need to say with really no editing out of anything, which will be good. I'll have more control over names and email lists and things of that sort, which I did not have before, which really hardly anybody in the publishing industry has. So it's sweet in that regard. So that should be good for you and good for me, for us to be able to always keep in touch, things of that sort, no matter what from here on out. So this is kind of a new format, and I say it's a better format because newsletter industry is kind of old school. And it's some of the last to change in things. So used to, if I would write a newsletter, it would go to a mailbox, and you would literally go to your mailbox and pull it out of the mail and flip through the pages. And then when they got slightly more high tech, they did a PDF of the newsletter and sent it through email. And so many of you have probably received newsletters in one of those two formats. So the downside of that format is there is a big delay. So if I write something, by the time that I write it up in a Word doc and send it into a publisher and they get through tweaking it, it's almost a month later before that newsletter actually gets to you. So I hate those time delays, and so this will resolve that, and things will get to you in more real time. So sometimes even when I produced a video in the past, I might produce it on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it get to you on a Thursday, so there was like a day or two delay there as well. And again, when I get through doing a newsletter, whether it's what's going to be a monthly issue or a weekly video, as soon as I produce it and put it up on the site, which will be in real time, there won't be a delay. You'll see those immediately. So another thing that I like about this, I think you're going to like about it too, is in the traditional newsletter format, the communication is one way. So it's me talking to you, whether it's through the written newsletter or whether it's through the weekly videos, it's one-way communication. What this is going to be is more of a two-way communication where I'm putting out videos and monthly newsletters in the premium membership, which the premium membership section, it has not been established and built out just yet. It is on its way. You'll be able to kind of congregate. Previous subscribers will be able to kind of congregate in the premium area, the Ask Sean area, several things like that. And I'm going to take you through this website here in just a minute. But what I like about this is, and it's not that I'll be able to answer every single person or every single question, because as this builds, obviously there would be tens of thousands of subscribers, and there's just one of me. And I will have some moderators. I'll have about 6 to 7 moderators that'll be on the site that you'll get to know, that'll help manage things. Because there's always good and bad with two-way communication, right? Sometimes you'll get somebody that'll get out of hand or get ridiculous for the other subscribers or things of that sort, and so things will have to be monitored, and so there's both ups and downs, but it's mostly ups because you'll be able to communicate some with me. You'll definitely be able to communicate quite a bit with each other within the community, so it really grows a much deeper bond, which I'm looking forward to. And some of you have been able to do that with me a little bit on social media like Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. But this is where it can all be done in one place. So there will be a free section and a paid section to the site. So everything we're going to look at first is the free section. That's somebody that even without a subscription could come to this site and and view the articles and free videos and different things that I do here. If they wanted to interact, again for free, and which means post comments and things of that sort to articles and stuff, they would just need to click follow. Everybody should click the follow button and sign up with a username. It'll have a where you can set up a username and log in, and you can access your login by clicking on this little round circle here, and it'll bring you to a user login page. And so that'll allow you to sign up. Right now, they've got, right now I'm under a username SHMCC2000, and in the coming days to weeks, there should be something that allows me to put my full name there in place of the user ID. So just know that's me for now. So let's go through the website. Down here, you've got a carousel, which will show you some of the top articles and stories that I've written or shared, and same thing with videos. So I wrote one recently about your 401k. There's the Ask Sean section, which we'll talk more about here in a minute. There's some articles that I've shared and videos, my thoughts on oil, why investors are likely wrong about oil right now. Another article I did, one was more chart based, how to avoid huge risk in the stock market, etc. Thoughts on the dollar, you name it. So there's that, which are some of the most commonly viewed top stories, viewed and commented on, things of that sort. There's a lot of things here. I may share articles from different places, CNBC, Zero Hedge, Bloomberg, etc., and give some of my comments on those articles, much like you see me do a lot on Facebook and Twitter. I'll be doing more of that here than any place, and I'll still be sharing on social media, and you can feel free to share my links in the free section on your social media as well to help us spread the word and get the awareness built out of where I'm at now. I'd very much appreciate that. But you'll be able to comment on stories. So, I wrote, it gave just a quick comment here about Amazon Prime Wardrobe that just came out and things of that sort. So you can click on it and you can comment in the "What do you think" section once you have a username and login. Anytime you want to go back to the home page, you can just click my name or the Logical Investor, and that'll take you back to the home page. So let's just start up here at the very top. There's an About section, which those who know me from previous newsletters, of course, you will already know me and be familiar with me and all that. But those that are coming into the Logical Investor and don't know me from previous newsletters, here's an About section. You can click on Read More. And I've just provided a few paragraphs there of a little bit of my background, where I've come from, some places I've worked, some licenses I've held, some TV stations I've been on, etc. And then there's my mugshot, which is a mugshot made for radio. And there will be some advertisements on the site. There's never any site out there really that does not have some form of advertisements. Even mailers even your newsletters that come in the mail would have some kind of advertisement stuffed in it. So I mean, that's just unavoidable. If you don't want them on there, you just click that off, etc. Then there's Sean's books. So if you, and again, you can always click on Read More. Here's my book on personal finance. This is called The 6 Keys to Financial Success, and it talks about the 6 main key financial principles in the Bible for financial success. So there's so much more in there than most people will ever know, far and beyond tithes and offerings. So if you've never read something like that, it's a quick 50 pages. I made it short. I didn't make it long to try to impress anybody. I made it tight so that there wouldn't be a lot of fluff in it. It would be easy to recall, easy to remember, and easy to access nuggets that you could highlight or whatever and quickly find them. And then the other one is a book that I did on options called Option Trading Demystified, and I give 6 option trading strategies in there. This is probably the simplest book on option trading you'll ever read in your life. And it's the reason why I wrote it, because I've read a ton of option books out there, and I've even in the past run an option newsletter. And it is so complex with math and, delta and gamma and this and that. I mean, just gets very, very complex, and it does not have to be that complex. Um, so, so I wrote a book, probably the easiest option trading book you'll ever read. Again, option trading is not for everybody, and you definitely need a built-out stock portfolio of stocks that you own, a diversified portfolio of stocks, in my opinion, before you ever go messing with options. But I've been asked over and over through the years, will you do an option newsletter? I don't know whether I ever will or not, but I knew people wanted direction from me on options because they were going to delve into that area anyway. So this is my way of sharing my thoughts and strategies with you there. So you can click on either one of those two links to find out more about my books. Premium membership will be where the subscribers access the monthly newsletter and the weekly videos. Again, that is there's nothing there just yet, but there will be when we're really at full launch. And so that's being built out. Top stories, which is simply what we saw in the carousel, and a lot of these shared articles that are here. Some of them I've written, some of them are things that I've shared, so they are definitely worth going into, because I'll take a lot of the big headlines and comments of the day that are involving the financial markets, the economy, etc., and give some of my thoughts and share the articles there. There's an Ask Sean section, which is a place where you can ask your questions about the financial markets, about the economy, about previous positions that you've held in portfolios that I ran from the Ultimate Wealth Report or Absolute Profits, etc. It's a good place to ask those questions in the Ask Sean section. The premium section does not have something in it just yet, but it very shortly will. This is where you'll hang out as previous subscribers before we're actually got everything fully up and running and are able to take your membership subscriptions and things of that sort. Then it'll go from here to here. So the main sections, about Sean's books, top stories, Ask Sean, and then you're going to focus a lot on these two. You won't see these; these are just for my login, the internal on the pages. But you'll see fundamentals, which is news events and anything fundamentally based, which are how fundamentally sound a company is, or news items of the day. That's where I'll put this type of stuff. And then technical analysis is just another way to say charting. So there'll be a lot of pictures of charts or videos that I've done and give commentary about different things that I'm seeing on charts of different assets, etc. So fundamentals and news, you can see I've built out some stuff here, and it's constantly growing. And again, you can go into any of those articles. So let's just go down to whatever, anything, and click on it, and you can see comments of where other people have commented. Some of these are some of my moderators. When you're in an article where these little three dots are, you can click on that and choose to like this if you like the article, and we would encourage you to do that. You can, and some of these will just be options that we'll have as owners of the site and moderators, etc. But you can feel free to share some of the stuff on Facebook or Twitter. That would be something else that you would be able to do as well. So liking and sharing are really where you can access from those little three dots as well. So fundamentals, and then there is the technical analysis section. And if you want to do a post in either fundamentals or technical analysis, you go to the section that you want to post something, and see this quick post here. You can write something there and click post. You can also post a picture of something as well. Again, make sure everything is decent and in good taste and things of that sort. Just a side note, I always want to be a clean site. I don't want a bunch of foul language and stuff on there, even if that's how you talk in everyday life. I want it very professional. So it's not that I haven't heard those things before, but I just don't like a lot of filth on the site. So I want it kept on the up and up and very decently and in order. Technical analysis, there will be a lot of videos and charting and things of that sort. So here's a video I did, for instance, on the emerging markets and things of that sort. So let me go back to that real quick. You can just click on the video and you'll see it crank up. And also you can click on these little 4 lines right down here to totally enlarge this to make it take up the whole screen if you want. So just know you can do that as well. So you'll see everything from commentary that I've done, keep an eye on gold, etc., and where I've got physical charts that I've written and drawn up and done up. And those will look familiar to a lot of you who followed me from other newsletters, to videos that I do that I'll place in either the fundamental or technical analysis section. Technical analysis section will probably have more videos in it because it's more of a visual type of thing. So that's really all there is to the site. Again, you can comment on quick posts. I'm the one really writing stories. You can quick post where you can share links to articles, to ask about things and to make comments. You can bring in relevant articles as well, and as long as it's pertinent and relevant and things of that sort. If it's totally out in left field, it may get deleted. So just know that there's always some boundaries that we have to have, obviously, in a two-way communication. But again, 90% of it will be upside. Don't get in a lot of arguments and bickering and things like that amongst each other. Like if you hold different views on some topic or asset or whatever. I mean, obviously people can state their opinions and agree or disagree or whatever, but again, it always needs to be done respectfully and in order. The moderators do have my blessing to be able to monitor things. So if somebody's getting out of hand, they are empowered to block people for a short amount of time, block people permanently, give them only read-only access to where they can't comment, but they can view. I mean, all kinds of options they have at their disposal. Again, we don't want to use any of that. We never want, our desire is not to have anybody ever banned from the site. But, human nature, and when you deal with enough people, usually there will be a few people that'll get out of hand. And so just know that can happen, and we never want that to happen to anybody in here. So I want to be upfront about everything, all the good, bad, and the ugly from it. But again, I say it's 90% upside and probably not even 10% downside, and that's just for the few who choose to kind of get out of hand with things. But I'm going to love the two-way communication. I'm going to love it that you guys can talk amongst yourselves. There's also going to be other people on this site. So this is my channel, themaven.net/Sean Hyman. There are other things on here where there are other channels. And I'll be honest, some of these other channels have liberal leanings. Some of them have conservative leanings. I won't be, personally sharing any of the liberal stuff. It's just my personal conviction because I'm a conservative guy, a biblical-based guy. But I have no qualms or problems with them sharing their messages on what they believe and the purity of their message. I'm just going to stick to the purity of my message and what I believe. So you will see at the bottom there will be some of my friends and people that I believe in that will eventually start showing up in those lists, and they'll have content that I believe in as well, and you'll see that content show up towards the bottom of the page. So just know that's there. And then this is just another way to get to some other areas if need be. The Maven is the main company that is the technology behind what we do. So again, they don't really want to be front and center, so they just kind of want to be in the background and be the technology and let us be what's front and center, so that you have the purest contact with us. And they're the technology that's going to get the word out to a lot of people on a lot of different financial sites about what I'm doing, and that will draw them back into this site. But feel free to share my channel. Be sure to bookmark it so that you can easily access it and come back to it. But feel free to share it on your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. You have my blessings to do that. And what else? You can direct message each other, and you would find those direct messages right in there. So you would just go to an article where there's been some commentary. Like, let me just go back to something that I know's got some kind. So I could go here, and if I want to talk to this person, I can literally just click on it, type a message, and click send. So all you're doing is clicking on their name. So you're going to any article. You can go to the comment section. You click on that person's name that you want, if there's something private and direct you want. So it's kind of like a Facebook Messenger, so to speak. You put the message here, you click send, and it'll show up over in the direct message area for them. Also, the parent company, the Maven, you can click on that key there that's got the M in it, and that will tell you a lot about their mission, the team, the CEO, a conference that we were recently at. You'll see me in the videos of some of those, their investors, etc. And so you can find out a lot about that. They'll be doing a press release on me in the coming weeks or so, and you'll see some more conservative guys coming on board, like Bob Brooks and Brian Fleming and some others that I'm believers in as well, that their content will be shared at the bottom of my page. So so that is it for this video. I just wanted to show you some of the things that you can do. The top stories is the main page. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I don't think there's anything in the settings that you need to be aware of at this point. So so I think that's it. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to you. Please comment on articles. We want please like articles. Please share articles and things of that sort on Facebook and Twitter, particularly free videos that I do or free blogs that I write and things of that sort to help us get the word out, because this is a new site for us. We are in the blossoming stage here. This will end up having tens of thousands of people on it, if not more, just like my other newsletters have done. I had one newsletter go to about 135 to 150,000 people, and I really anticipate that this could do the same or more in time. So because of the technological edges and advantages, because of the bonding that we can all have, because of the two-way interaction we can have with you and myself also, and amongst other subscribers, etc. So I'm really looking forward to this format. It will be different for some people. It will be a change for some people, but it really is very social media-like and Facebook-like. Just like if you saw something on Facebook, you could click on it and you could comment on it just like you would in Facebook. You can add a picture, right here if there's a photo of something that's relevant, things of that sort. So it really is just super easy to interact with. You can, if there's some article you want to be notified about, you can click on the little bell there and put conversation notifications on or off, so you can turn them on or off there. And again, you can just click on the little three dots, like it, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, etc. So help us get the word out. I want to see a lot of people helped in their finances and their investing. I really feel a call of God to do that. Make no mistake about it, that I am very bold and upfront about me being a believer, me being a Christian, me being biblically based, me being a conservative, me going off biblical principles, and me teaching investment principles that are for true investors, meaning when we invest, I'm going to teach you good, solid, huge companies to be in that are solid fundamentally, that are they're value based, meaning that they've been beaten down, and they're in other words, it's buy low, sell high. It's not buy high and sell higher. That's momentum trading and far more risky in my opinion. This is value investing, which is buy low, sell high, huge solid companies, and we'll do a portfolio of those. And these are stocks that we would truly invest in, meaning that we go in with the mindset of being in them a good 2 or 3 years. So this is not trading. This is not day trading or being in something for days, hours, or weeks, or even a month or two. I mean, this is true investing. So this is not Jim Cramer mad money. This is not fast money from CNBC where they are acting like they're trading in and out of stuff, over a day or two or a week or two or hour or two. That is a very tough game. Very few people succeed at it. You rack up a ton of commissions, a ton of fees that are not in your favor, and most people will not be successful at doing that. That's my opinion. Anybody can be successful at long-term investing in good, solid, huge companies bought at a value price with the patience to wait that out 2 or 3 years, just like a true investor would. Again, most investors, if you go to a brokerage firm and you say, hey, I want to invest money, they'll tell you don't invest money that you can't leave in there 5 to 10 years. So I'm not even saying that. I have really a 2 to 3 year outlook. And so when you invest in something, I want you to have a diverse portfolio. Don't just invest in one single stock. Keep some money set aside so you can invest in a number of stocks. Keep money set aside so that you can invest in different levels. Meaning when I originally give a buy signal, and any buy signal or sell signal you'll know about, because I'll post it on the site. But and there will be a where you can see what we've are bought into and all, and are holding. But you'll know when we buy or sell something. But when we go in at a buy signal and do an original buy point, assume in your mind that you're not catching the bottom, because nobody catches the bottom in stocks. Even when you're buying at a point of value, you'll buy something at deep value and it'll go into even to a deeper value in the near term. It just always does, 9 times out of 10. And so you want to figure on averaging down and having several entry points into that individual stock. So if we were to buy a stock at 50 and it's a value, and it drops to 45 or 40, that can be another averaging point. If it dropped to 35 or whatever, something much lower, that could be another averaging point, to where your average break-even price is so much lower than if you just went all in at one price. And then as the stock starts turning around and heading higher, you get back to break even faster that way, and your long-term return is even more profitable. That's why Warren Buffett says, I love it. He says, I love it when my stocks go down in the near term. And a lot of people scratch their heads when they hear that, because they're thinking, what? Why would you ever want your stocks to go down? Because he knows he has huge, solid companies, and when they go down, he's able to average down and bring his average break-even price on those shares down by buying some shares at lower prices. And he knows that overall that's going to enhance his long-term return and get him back to break even sooner. So that's why he's always long-term minded. Never be short-term minded. Patience and long-term mindset are two of the key things for the investor, and you can't be emotionally minded. This is why I call this the logical investor. You're going to find that I use very measurable metrics. When I discuss fundamentals with you, I'm going to talk to you about metrics that can be measured. How much cash a company has, how much debt they have, what the price of the stock is relative to their level of earnings, how much are they earning, etc. Real life stuff that is very measurable, very quantifiable. Technical analysis, I'll use very exact indicators and measuring tools that you'll learn there as well. And so there's nothing left to gut feel or a hunch or anything like that. It is very logical, and that's why I call this the logical investor. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and God bless. Bye-bye.